Good evening and welcome to MTP Daily. You know how I feel about Tuesdays. If it's Tuesday, somebody's voting somewhere. Well, it's a big somewhere today. I'm Chuck Todd here in Washington. Welcome to yet another edition of the fracture within the Republican Party, another major Republican failure in Capitol Hill, and another major Republican retirement from an establishment senator. Bob Corker of Tennessee confirmed to NBC News that he will not seek re-election in 2018, and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell declared the latest version of the GOP health care bill officially dead. Good luck getting out the vote today for Luther Strange. Anyway, at the same time, the party's fault lines could rupture even further tonight as that Senate Republican primary runoff in Alabama is going. Yes, it's Election Day. Polls are set to close in less than 3 hours. But what's being decided tonight may be a lot more than just who the Republican nominee will be in the race to fill Attorney General Jeff Sessions' former Senate seat. On paper, today's race is a Republican primary runoff between an incumbent, appointed in this case, Senator Luther Strange, versus former state Supreme Court Chief Justice of Alabama, Roy Moore. Mitch McConnell is backing Strange. You might have heard about that. So is technically the president and Vice President Pence. Sarah Palin, former White House aides Steve Bannon and Sebastian Gorka are backing Moore. That means this race is essentially Trump versus Trumpism. President Trump is backing the establishment party guy, Strange, instead of the insurgent candidate, Moore. In other words, Trump is behind the Republican Party's candidate over the Trump party guy. But both candidates and their surrogates are trying to sound like the ones hugging President Trump the closest and hitting McConnell the hardest.
We did not come here to defy Donald Trump. We came here to praise and honor him. For Mitch McConnell and Ward Baker and Karl Rove and Stephen Law, all the instruments to try to destroy Judge Moore and his family, your day of reckoning is coming.
I've been in Washington less time than the president has, and we've become friends, personal friends. We have the same goals, same agenda. I'm keeping my eye on the ball, which is the president's support and his agenda.
Man, if you have to ask who Stephen Law and Ward Baker are, one runs the NRSC, one is involved in the big sort of super PAC that helps the NRSC in some of these races. Anyway, but folks, right now, it's Mitch McConnell's political future that might be on the line. And Roy Moore could not have asked for a better weekend of headlines leading up to Election Day. As I just mentioned, the Republican establishment's health care bill failed again today. And of course, we're in the midst of yet another culture war with President Trump's attack on NFL players who take a knee during the national anthem. Don't forget, he first made those comments, which felt out of the blue at the time, considering this hadn't really been as big of an issue this year in the NFL as last year, while campaigning for Strange in Alabama on Friday night. And Strange's ties to McConnell is Moore's voters' #1 gripe against him. Just look at the voters we talked to today.
I think Luther Strange is a Mitch McConnell boy, and I'm all for draining the damn swamp, starting with not letting him in there, because I think he's a McConnell boy.
I don't give a flying flip about Mitch McConnell. I don't think he's done right by the president, along with Ryan and some of the other ones, so their endorsement means nothing to me.
Well, it's not good how easily, when congressional leaders' names are on the lips of constituents not from their home states. That's usually not a good sign for said congressional leader. If Moore wins, McConnell's life in Washington gets even harder, and I'm sure folks in McConnell's office are going, yeah, how can it be harder than this? But Moore will add to McConnell's difficulty, whipping votes, finding consensus among his members. And then there's Corker's announcement today. Does that foreshadow the retirement of more sort of McConnell-like senators? Roy Moore is a flamethrower who will be the last one to fall in line in the name of the party. If he wins by double digits tonight, Mitch McConnell's skills as the ultimate political survivor may be tested like they've never been tested before. Rank-and-file Republican members aren't happy with Mitch McConnell because they think he runs the Senate in a two-partisan way. The irony, the grassroots thinks he's not using the party's majority as a sledgehammer enough. He is caught between two forces here that he may not be able to satisfy.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.